Have you watched the movie Forrest Gump? I think you might have misunderstood it from the very beginning. Everyone says he's a fool with an IQ of only 75 who succeeded purely by luck. But what you might not realize is that Gump is actually the most sophisticated pretender among us. He's not stupid. Rather, he has turned 4 of life's highest forms of wisdom into pure instinct, while we so-called smart people have lost them all along the way of growing up. Today, I'm going to analyze the 4 supreme forms of wisdom hidden behind Gump's seemingly foolish behavior. The first wisdom: clumsy focus, perfecting one thing. As a child, Gump was isolated by other kids because of his leg braces. His only friend, Jenny, told him to run when danger struck. When Gump started running, what was going through his mind? Was he thinking, which way should I go? Or, what if they catch me? Actually, he wasn't thinking anything at all. His only thought was simply, run. He ran to escape the bullying kids. He ran to keep his promises. He ran to forget his sadness. He just kept running. When the coach told him to run, he ran from one end of the field to the other, knocking everyone down, because the coach never told him to stop. On the battlefield, he wasn't afraid of bullets and kept running back to save people, because his mind held no fear of death, only the single thought of rescuing his friends. This is Gump's first superpower: clumsy but pure focus. What about us smart people? We're always weighing options and overthinking. Before doing anything, we first consider what happens if we fail, whether people will laugh at us, or if our approach is clever enough. By the time we're ready to act, we've already been paralyzed by countless possibilities, risks, and distracting thoughts. But Gump's world is linear. His life instructions are simple. Do one thing at a time with all your energy. When playing ping pong, he only stared at that ball with complete concentration, achieving miraculous reflexes. When shrimp fishing, he only thought about catching shrimp. Even when he pulled up garbage time after time, he never questioned himself, until a storm destroyed all his competitors' boats, and only his survived because it had been out at sea all along. Do you see? Gump's success came precisely from his stupidity. Because he was stupid, he didn't know how to doubt or retreat. Because he was stupid, he could block out all the world's noise and focus all his energy on the one thing he was doing. This force is called craftsmanship, but Gump lived it as pure instinct. He shows us that the most efficient path to success in this world is often the one that looks the most clumsy and straightforward. The second wisdom: action power. From thought to execution. Action power is another of his incredible superpowers. His war buddy Bubba constantly described the wonderful prospects of shrimp fishing. We might have dismissed it as just another person's beautiful fantasy. But what did Gump do? He took all his military discharge money and immediately bought a shrimp boat, fulfilling his promise to his dear friend. His logic was beautifully simple. If you promise something, you do it. Meanwhile, we think about many things but never directly execute any of them, and eventually, they all come to nothing. We always believe that the more thoroughly we think things through, the greater our chances of success. But Gump shows us through action that completing something is far more important than having perfect ideas. When Jenny left him, he felt endless sadness and confusion. How did he handle it? He didn't blame her. He ran. He put on the shoes Jenny had given him and ran out of his house, out of his town, and into the world.